Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel and another video. We are back again, and it's me, obviously James Johnson, and I'm joined once again with Tom Batchford. Tom, how you doing?
Hello. I am an absolute hot mess.
Yeah,
Sweating my arse off.
well, you were already, but you're just talking in general, as in
Yeah.
temperature-wise.
Talk about temperature-wise, yeah.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
I'm an absolute mess of a human being. But
yeah,
specifically today, I'm a hot mess.
yeah, and I mean, you're a married man, so everyone, he is a hot mess, but he's off the market, so leave him alone.
Is a hot mess a good thing? I thought it was a bad thing.
I don't know. There's the woman in WWE that calls herself the Hot Mess, and
Oh, right.
I think she's married as well, but yeah, she
Yeah.
she qualifies in both. I mean, she's a bit of a mess of a character, but she is actually very good looking as well.
Oh, right. Quite
Yeah,
like following the old
Ch-
WWE on TikTok nowadays.
Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green.
Oh,
She's not
Chelsea Green. Oh, fair
she's
enough.
she's not Rhea Ripley, but
Yeah.
she's in the
Well,
list. She's in the top.
no one's Rhea Ripley, is that,
No,
are they?
no. She's in the
Impossible.
top five, but she's not Rhea Ripley. Yeah, yeah,
That's a
exactly.
great story. I know this isn't a podcast about wrestling, but
No, go on.
that's a great storyline. The Rhea
Yes.
Ripley
Yeah.
uh, and Dominic
Yeah.
Mysterio.
Yeah. I mean, I've always said that wrestling is real, but people are fake. And
Yeah,
Dominic Mysterio gives me hope because I'm not a ridiculously good-looking man and neither is Dominic Mysterio, in my opinion. But he has absolutely woofed up two lovely ladies here.
yeah. How's he managed that with that
Yeah,
haircut?
it's got to be that
That's
moustache.
incredible.
Has to be the handlebar moustache.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
Separately, the haircut and the moustache do nothing for him, but
no.
together,
Yeah.
they really bring his look. They really bring his look and makes him look like an absolute legend.
Exactly. Right. Well, going on to storylines, Tom, we're going to try
Yeah,
and do the whole storyline of this Premier League and football season. But just
yeah.
kicking it off, I know normally we do a separate video for this, but like we mentioned in the video before, not going to throw Tom under the bus. I've thrown myself under the bus. I've had too much going on, so we're not going to do it. We haven't done it.
Busy,
Um,
busy.
but we've got it here now. So just to
Yeah.
recap of what happened last year. Have you got your table for last season, Tom? That you
I've got my table right here. I've written it down
okay?
last year and I saved
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So this is how we imagined the story going last year.
exactly.
So this will give you a glimpse into how we're going to do
Yeah,
coming up in the video, basically.
yeah. Quick spoiler: I got one correct, so that's how good I am at predicting the Premier League. So
I'm not too sure how many I got
yeah,
correct.
yeah. Well,
More
we'll
than
figure.
at least one.
I reckon you've done at least more than. I would be shocked if you've got less than five.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I,
I would be shocked if I've got
okay,
three. I'll be shocked.
okay. Rightio then. So 20th, Tom.
Yeah.
I put Luton.
All right. Oh, you
Well,
got okay. You got that wrong.
yes, yes.
I thought that would have been the one you got right.
No, the one I got right
Oh,
was Everton in 15th, but the rest I got completely
oh,
wrong.
I went for Sheffield United.
Correct. What? So there you go. There's
Correct.
one for you already.
One
Uh,
point.
yeah.
I
Nine,
can't get used to this. It's all backwards.
uh,
Yeah.
19th, I put Sheffield United.
Okay. I put Wolves.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It was
Sorry, Wolves
Burnley.
fans.
Yeah, it was Burnley.
Yeah.
So nothing there. 18th, I put Wolves.
I put Luton.
Yeah, there you go. There's two. Correct. Yeah.
Yes. Two already.
Yeah. 17th, I put Bournemouth.
I put Forest.
Yeah, there you go. There's another one. Well
Yeah.
done.
Oh,
uh,
I've already met my expectations. I'm
sixth,
over the moon with this.
16th, I put Forest.
I put Burnley.
Yeah, it was Brentford. Uh,
And do you know what? That right at the time, that was actually quite a controversial pick, putting Burnley
mm,
that low, because
mm,
everyone was like, "Oh, they're going to do so well." I was like,
yeah,
"No, they're not. Grow up."
yeah. Well, that's where I'm going to get done later on. But yeah, 15th, I put Everton.
I put Bournemouth.
Yeah, so it was Everton. So yeah, there's a point there for me. 14th, I
Oh,
put West Ham.
yeah.
Yeah, it was Wolves.
I put Everton. I put Everton. I
Uh,
was one off.
so yeah, 13th, I put Palace.
I put Fulham.
Yeah, correct. There's another one for you.
Yeah.
I told you, I reckon you're going to get at least 5.
Oh, can I get 5? Come on.
12th, I put Burnley.
Oh, God,
Yeah, I know.
that's
That
shocking.
was
Look at
me.
it
Yeah,
now,
that,
isn't
that,
it?
that, that was me getting
Yeah,
sucked
you were
in.
one of
Yeah,
those. You're
yeah,
one of those lot.
yeah,
I put West Ham. I don't know who
yeah.
finished 12th.
It was Bournemouth.
Ah,
Yeah. So 11th, I put Brentford.
I put Palace.
Yeah, it was Brighton. 10th, I put
Oh,
Fulham. 10th, I put Fulham.
I put Brentford.
No, it was Crystal Palace. Uh,
Oh,
9th, I put Villa.
uh,
I know, shocking,
see,
shocking.
that's the one you failed to get sucked in on, which you should have got sucked in on.
Yeah.
Like you should have got
Well,
sucked into the Villa
I,
hype.
I knew Unai Emery, mate. I weren't trusted him at that time.
Yeah. Ninth. I put Spurs.
It was West Ham.
Probably a bit of
Eighth,
bias there.
eighth, I put Spurs.
I put Brighton.
Yeah, it was Man United. Seventh, I put
See, I
Brighton.
feel vindicated. I feel vindicated with that actually,
Yeah.
and I'll explain why when I get to them.
Okay. Yeah. So seventh, I put Brighton.
I put Villa.
Yeah, it was
Again, I failed
Newcastle.
to get sucked into the hype.
Yeah. So sixth was I put Liverpool.
Cool.
Yeah.
I put United in sixth, and that's why I feel vindicated. 'Cause everyone was like, "Oh, they're gonna challenge for the title. They're gonna come third. No, they're gonna come second, and Arsenal finish third." I put them sixth because I was like, "They're rubbish," and they
Yeah.
were even worse than I thought they were.
Yeah. So sixth was Chelsea. Fifth, I put the Geordies.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, and it was Spurs. Fourth, I put Man United.
I put Liverpool.
Yeah, it was Villa. Third, I got sucked in and put Chelsea.
So did I.
Yeah,
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 I put
yeah.
Chelsea
And
first.
it was the Scousers. And then
Yeah,
second, I put Manchester City.
same here.
And it was us. It was the Arsenal. And then number
Ugh,
one, I put Arsenal to win the league. And it
yeah,
was Manchester City again. How boring.
obviously.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
great. Well,
Man
how
City win
exciting.
the league again. Oh, fantastic. Wow. Whoopty do.
Oh,
Um, So finishing that off, obviously we do everything else. Tom, the Golden
yeah,
Boot last year, we both put Haaland. We
yeah,
do it every year, but we were like, what's the point? But yeah, we both put Haaland.
yeah.
It was Haaland. Player of the year, I put Haaland to win that as well.
I put
You,
Odegaard.
yeah, and it was won by Phil Foden. So both of us got that wrong.
Well deserved.
Young player of the year, I put Bukayo Saka.
I put Colwill.
Yeah, and you said at the time it would probably be someone from Chelsea. You were correct. It was
Yeah.
Palmer, but it wasn't the player you picked, but it was the team. So
So
yeah,
yeah, someone who had a considerably better season than Colwill.
yeah, yeah. The FA Cup, I put Chelsea.
Newcastle.
Yeah, it was won by Manchester United. The League Cup, I picked Liverpool. I said Klopp will definitely get something, and
Yeah.
yeah, they did. They did.
And I had the runners up Chelsea.
Yeah, so we predicted the final at least. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
And then all the European trophies. Uh, The Conference League, we both put Villa
Yeah.
because we were like,
Yeah.
Unai Emery, he knows what he's doing in those competitions.
Yeah.
Olympiacos won that. Uh, the Europa League,
What a competition.
the Europa
Uh,
League, we both went, Brighton.
yeah.
Yeah, looked at all the teams in it, we're like, nah, Brighton. It
Look,
was
I genuinely, this
Atalanta.
is going to be a shock to me. I genuinely forgot who won that.
Yeah, Atalanta. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good. They
Atalanta,
beat
yeah.
Bayern Leverkusen. Brilliant final.
Oh, yes, they did.
Adamola Lookman hat trick, weren't it? Brilliant game for him.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
And then the Champions League, we both picked Manchester City, and it
Yeah.
was won by Real Madrid, as per usual.
Of course it was.
Yeah. So, Tom, that's that done. Are you
Yeah.
ready to do your table for this season, my friend?
Yes. I ready. I've got it here. What are we doing? Are we starting bottom to top? Are we doing the
Yeah,
meaning? Yeah.
yeah. Do you want to do bottoms? Do you want to do the bottom three
Yeah.
and then the top six and then the rest in between, or do you just want to go bottom to top?
Why don't we do our we'll say our bottom I'll say my bottom three, and then
Yeah,
you say your bottom three.
yeah,
And then we'll just fly through the meaningless up until like what? So we'll do 17th to 11th, get them out the
Okay.
way,
Yeah.
and then we'll do yeah, then we'll maybe go in more depth 10 to 1.
Okay. Right. Give me right. Who's getting out? Who's going? Who's
Right,
relegated? Some bottom three.
20th. And I didn't know at the time that they've just sold a player. Southampton. They're coming rock bottom. You're not good enough. I'm sorry. You've just sold Bella Kotchap
Oh, is he gone?
to sold him
Oh
to
no.
Genoa. Was it no, not Genoa. They've just sold
No, I
him.
don't.
I
I
saw it
don't
on
actually.
Twitter. Yeah, very good. I
No,
did see that somewhere.
Arsenal sold Norton Cuffy to Genoa today, didn't
That's
they?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hoffenheim. That's it.
Oh my god, yeah, but he's puree brilliance, isn't he? Ketchup.
Oh yeah, yeah. Again,
Yeah,
quality
yeah.
puns.
Saucy.
Uh, yeah. Again, very good. Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna chime in. I
No,
can't think of
no,
anything that you've taken
fair
away.
enough. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
19th. Right.
Hoffenheim. 12.8 million.
Oh, good
So there
sell.
you go. 19th, I've gone for Leicester.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've sold Dewsbury Hall.
Hmm.
I don't have they got a points deduction? I don't know. Has anyone got any idea?
Yeah.
Has that happened? Is that
Yeah.
happening?
See, I've when I done mine, I was looking at it thinking, hang on a sec, there's three teams here that could be getting points deductions, so I don't know what, but I'm
Yeah,
just going. I'm going off it based on today, which is obviously
yeah,
Monday, the 12th of August. So kill me, yell at me in the comments, whatever
yeah.
afterwards. But yeah.
So Southampton, Leicester, and the
Hmm.
final 18th, the final relegation spot, Forest. Your time is up.
Oh, oh,
Get out.
yeah. This
I
is
don't know anything about them. They might get
this
a
is
points deduction. Are they one of the teams who could get a
they
points
are,
deduction?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
well, let's
it's
see.
them, Leicester, and Everton that are
Right.
potentially the ones that are looking at the deductions. But yeah, funny enough, our bottom three is exactly the
Yeah.
same. I've
Oh,
done I've done
well.
Southampton last, Leicester, and Nottingham Forest.
Well, look at that.
Um,
That is ball
re-
knowledge for you.
yeah, reason being, I think Southampton aren't good enough. I know they're
Yeah.
like you said, they're selling a couple and they're going to try and bring a few in, but I don't think they've got enough to stay up.
No.
Leicester, like you said, their best player got bought by Chelsea. I know Vardy and that's still there, but I don't believe that's enough to see him through. And Steve Cooper, as much as he's a nice guy, I don't think he's good enough as a manager to survive in the Premier League this time round. And then Forest, I'm like you. I think Forest were very lucky last season. And if they get another points
Yeah.
deduction, I can't see them making it up. I don't think they're good enough to make it up.
No, I think they were lucky with the quality of teams that were in the Premier League last season.
Yeah,
If it wasn't for them three that went down, Luton, they did a good job. They were entertaining at the very least, but they were a poor team. And obviously the other two it's a bit of a write off that season.
yeah, yeah. I mean, Sheffield United and Burnley, Burnley, obviously people got sucked into the company factor, me included. And
Yeah.
no, they were trying to play that football that won them the championship in the Premier League. And it was just like, no, no.
Yeah, they did well to not break the lowest points tallies, really.
Yeah,
I'm fairly impressed with that.
yeah. Okay, so do you want to do your 17th to 11th now then, Tom?
Yeah, I'll just fly through these.
Go for it, mate.
17th, Ipswich. I think they've just survived. Got a bit of a soft spot for Ipswich anyway. Brentford, I think they'll have another poor season. Everton, Bournemouth, just lost Solanke. Wolves in 13th. Brighton in 12th. Again, there's that decline. I don't know much about their new manager. And 11th, Palace, which I think will be a fairly decent finish for them.
Okay, so I've done 17th, and I think they're going to struggle this year. Brentford, um, Ivan
Ah,
Tony, Ivan Tony. I don't know where he's going to go. I saw this morning he was linked with Saudi. I think probably looking at it, that's probably the
God.
best place for it. Well, everyone else that needs a striker in the Premier League
Hmm,
has got one. Apart from Arsenal, I don't see him
yeah,
joining Arsenal. So I don't know who else in the Premier League is going to buy him. Spurs have just, like
no,
you said, Spurs have just bought Solanke. Chelsea are buying whoever they want. They're just buying everybody. Man United don't want him. City don't want him.
Yeah.
So I don't. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know where else he could go really.
No.
16th, I think Ipswich are going to survive.
Yeah.
I think they're going to scalp a few teams along the way. I like Kieran McKenna. I like what they've got down there. They've got a few good players as well. So yeah, I'm gonna back Ipswich. And again, it's the local factor, like you. I haven't
Yeah.
necessarily got soft spot, but yeah, they're local, so I'll keep
They've
Ipswich in.
they've bought they've bought a few players as well, haven't they? They've had
Mm.
quite a half decent transfer window.
Yeah, yeah. I
What I
think the
said
big
early on is I can't remember now, but early on it was like every week it's like, oh, they've signed him. What a signing!
well, I know that the big one they wanted was Hutchinson permanently, weren't it? So they managed to get that
Yeah,
over the line. So that's a big
yeah.
yeah, that's a big one for them. 15th, Tom. I've gone for Everton. I
Oh,
think
okay.
again, Dyche ball keeps you up 9 times out of
Yeah,
10. Even with a deduction, I think they're still good enough with that system that they play to scout points off people.
yeah,
Kick people and put it in the mix of football will
yeah.
work. So I think he's going to keep them in. 14th,
Gosh.
14th, I've done Wolves. I
Okay.
think, yeah, I think that they've obviously lost Neto now, which is a big, big player. I don't know how they're going to find to replace him, but I think Gary O'Neill's good enough. But they're just, they are going to be where they're going to be, which is 14th.
Well,
13th, I don't.
that Neto thing, that's awkward to judge, isn't it? Because it's like he's a really good player, but how much of an impact did he really make at Wolves? Because he barely
Yeah,
plays, doesn't he?
yeah,
I know he got quite. What did he? Was it? Yeah, I don't know. But he obviously contributes when he plays, but he doesn't
mm.
play very often.
He
Would
had
it be
such a
that
good
massive of a loss?
he had such a good record against the conventional top six as well. So it's like if he can
Mm,
stay fit, he
yeah,
for Chelsea, he's an amazing sign. I mean, I'd have loved him at Arsenal, but
yeah,
you just can't trust him to stay fit. That's the problem.
no.
But yeah, anyway, 13th, Tom, I've done Brighton.
Well,
I think that new manager, I think they're going to struggle. Um,
yeah,
I know normally Brighton somehow miraculously pull this off and everything else like this, but I'm like, you got promoted from the German second division into the Bundesliga and then left straight away. And I think they're going to lose a few good players, Brighton. I think they're going to get scalped. It hasn't started yet, but I think they're going to start getting scalped. But yeah, I think they're
right.
going to struggle. 12th, Tom, I've done West Ham. I know they've
Wow.
I know they've bought quite well, but
Yeah.
I do not rate Lopetegui as a manager.
Okay.
I don't think he's that guy. Um,
Right.
I didn't think he was very good when he was at Wolves. So
Yeah.
I don't. I just West Ham have always baffled me anyway. But I look at it and I think to myself, the best thing you could have probably done was go for Graham Potter, and yet they ended up with this guy.
Mm,
I
yeah.
don't understand it. I mean, weird one for me. And then 11th, Tom, I have done Bournemouth.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, like you
Right.
said, they've lost Solanke. That's a big hit for them. But I do like
Yeah.
that manager. I like the manager they've got there, and I like some of the other players they've got. I think Semenyo is a very good player. I've always liked Billing. Tyler Adams is a good
Yeah.
player. But yeah, no, I think they're gonna struggle a bit. Old Bournemouth this year. So give me 10th to 7th, Tom.
Right. 10th. Actually, I forgot about this team when I was doing the table. I got to the end. I was like, I'm missing a team here. And that team is Chelsea. I
Oh my
forgot about
lord!
Chelsea.
Oh my lord!
I put Chelsea 10th. Who knows? Who knows with
Yeah, you
Chelsea?
could either be a genius or well off here. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then just to be controversial, Fulham in ninth to finish above Chelsea. I think probably the fact they've signed Emil Smith Rowe has played a factor in that. So I'm like, oh yeah, go on Fulham. Eighth, I have gone for Newcastle. Yeah, I don't know if they've not really signed anyone. I don't think. I know they're after Gahey, but yeah, I don't know if he makes much of a difference to them, to be honest. It seems like Gordon might be on his way to Liverpool, supposedly. And then seventh, I have gone for Man United. I've put them a place lower. I've got them lower than last season.
Oh, you are
I
going.
just don't. No, I'm sorry. I don't get it. I really don't get. They're not. He's not a good manager. He's
Yeah.
not good.
Mm.
He just. It's proper awful football. They've got no. style of play. It is literally defend and we'll just hoof it and counter attack. I don't get it. I think they should have sacked him.
Yeah,
Uh, I'm glad they did keep him, but I think they should have got rid. To be honest,
yeah, yeah. Okay, so for me, again, I did exactly the same as you with 10th place. I was like, hang on a sec, I'm missing a team. Who am I missing? And yeah, my 10th was Fulham. I actually,
right?
as much as I hate Marco Silva as a manager,
Yeah,
I can't abide the guy. I do believe that they've got enough players there to get them a top 10 finish.
yeah,
I think Smith Rowe and Iwobi are going to cook, as the kids say. I think they're going to be really
yeah,
really good together. And yeah, I'm excited. You know, I've always got, like you said earlier, soft spot for Smith Rowe. So yeah, top 10. There you go. Ninth, I'm going to go for Crystal Palace. I think even though they've
oh,
lost
yeah,
Elise, I think they're keeping Eze for now. That one could
mm,
develop towards the end of the window, but I think that Glasner's a good manager, mate. I think he knows what he's
yeah,
doing, and they're gonna, Mateta's there as well. I think they've got enough firepower to keep them through. Eighth for me, I've gone for Chelsea.
yeah,
I think they're not going to completely fall off like you've said, but I can see this guy potentially getting sacked by Christmas, and then they'll probably get someone that the fans generally do want and like.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't think this guy's going to be their manager after Christmas. I really don't, because
yeah. Okay,
it seemed like he was a rushed appointment to begin with.
yeah.
You know,
Just
out of all the managers they were linked with, it was like, really, Maresca, like, really?
I think they
And I
should have
don't I don't know
got.
if they're doing the whole, because he's, Arteta was Pep's assistant, and look what he's done for Arsenal now. I don't know if they're trying to do the
Yeah,
same thing,
that
because they
that
did.
I think that's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
That bloke, he doesn't have a clue, does he? That bloke, he
well,
hasn't got a
he just
Scooby-Doo.
copies what everyone else is doing.
Yeah, yeah. He goes, "Oh, you go for that player, we'll go for
Yeah,
him. We'll
yeah,
buy all these. Let's go on Football Manager and look at all the best potential youngsters and sign all
mm.
that." I cannot for the life of me understand why players are signing for Chelsea. I don't. What do you think's going to
Money, Tom,
happen?
money, Tom.
Yeah, that's it. It's got to be for money because what do you think is going to happen? You're not going to. They've got like 50 odd first team players. You're not going to
Yeah,
play. You're
yeah.
not even going to get in the squad half the time.
No, no.
What are they doing?
That's the thing is that they're definitely going to do a fire sale of some of them that they don't want anymore. And
Well,
it's
they've banned Broja and Chalobah from the
yeah,
first team. It's like you're a bunch of scumbags.
yeah,
Like you're homegrown talent. Chalobah is a decent player.
mm,
You're just trying to force him out just so you can get your PSR up
yeah,
or whatever it is, the PSR, just so you can recoup the money that you spent on these stupid little wonder kids that
yeah.
you're never
I
going to
mean,
play.
has Gallagher gone to Atletico Madrid? Has that definitely been done?
I think so, but it seemed
Yeah,
very like he just didn't want to go. Well, from what I read, he
because
made his decision. They gave him a deadline, didn't they? And like a minute
yeah,
before the deadline,
because
I think he's
that's
gone.
yeah, that one for me as well. Is I'm like, well, he's pretty much, weren't he their captain for a long time last season?
He was their captain. I think
Yeah,
apart from Palmer, he got like most of the assists and scored a lot of goals.
yeah. I'm with you. They are absolutely baffling. Um, for me, Tom, seventh, I've gone for the Geordies. And again,
Yeah.
that's purely based, like you said. I think they might lose Gordon, but they've still got the firepower. But I don't know. I mean, they're going to need a big season from a lot of these players. I mean, they've got no Europe, have they? So I think
Mm.
I don't think they've got any Europe at all, as far as I'm
No,
aware. So
they got knocked out of it by United winning the FA
ah,
Cup, I think, didn't they?
there you go then. So yeah, I think that might help them because obviously they struggled the season just gone with the Champions League and everything on top. But yeah, no, I think they're going to be seventh. So Tom, give me sixth to fifth, and then we'll do top
Yeah.
four after that. So sixth to fifth, please, Tom.
So my sixth place, completely in contrast with you, I've gone with West Ham. I think they've made some brilliant signings. I really like Fulkrug. I think he's perfect for West Ham. Um, Kudus, second season. I think he was brilliant last season. I think they will kick on a bit. They had a good season under Moyes. They just didn't like his football, do they, the West Ham fans? So I think they'll play slightly better football. And I think, yeah, I think having a proper striker, 'cause I mean, they've been playing with, it's like Mikel Antonio. He's not a real striker, really. And Bowen up front, he did a decent job, but he's really a winger. So I think with Fulkrug there, I think he's going to nick a few goals against some big teams as well. And then fifth place, I've gone for Villa, which I think will be decent for them, considering they got Champions League to contend with. Um, I know they've made some signings, but not thought too much of them, to be honest. I know Anana's gone there. Would have liked it at Arsenal, but obviously they lost Douglas Luiz, so that sort of just replaced him. I think Luiz is better than Anana as well, so I think they've got worse in that respect. Yeah. So West Ham sixth, Villa fifth.
Okay, so I have done for sixth. I have done Tottenham. I've done the Spurs, and fifth,
Yeah.
I've gone for Manchester United. I'm with
Okay.
you. I don't think he's good enough to get them top four, but I think fifth. Yeah, I think he can get them fifth. But he's another
Yeah.
one. It would not shock me if he's gone by Christmas as well.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they were interviewing other managers and were like, "Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
none of them want the job, so we're just gonna
yeah,
go, yeah, we back you." It's like you
yeah.
don't back him. You're literally hoping to get someone else in, but none of them wanted to take the job.
I mean, in an ideal world, he would be sacked by Christmas, and then it would be Gareth Southgate and Steve Holland at Man United.
Yeah,
That is
I love it.
that is the dream. That is the dream of
Oh,
every
the
every
the
rival fan.
Goldbridge clips. The Goldbridge clips would be immense.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah. I
Also, I
saw his
dislike
clip.
I actually really like Goldbridge, but it'd just be funny.
Same, same. I watched these clips from the weekend, and the way he talks about Bernardo Silva is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like he was calling him nearly every expletive under the sun, and he's like, "Oh, but he's a good player, though." But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, "He's a good player," but then he's like, "Yeah, he is great, Goldbridge. He is good fun. He really is."
Yeah.
Okay, Tom. So top four, please.
So fourth place.
Should we do our fourth each, and then our third each, and then our second, and then our
Yeah,
third? Should we
yeah,
do it that way?
yeah. We'll do
Go on
it
then.
that way.
Go on then. Who you got
I
fourth?
think. I think really. I imagine we've probably got three, two, and one the same. But
I
so in
reckon so.
fourth place, I've got the Spuds.
Okay.
I think the fourth place this season. I think it's going to be very genuinely. I think any team that I've got Spurs, Villa, West Ham, United, and Newcastle. I think that'll be very close for that fourth spot.
Mm,
I think any of them. I think it'll be incredibly tight. I think there'll be a bit of a gap. So I put Fulham in ninth. I think there'll be a gap to ninth from eighth.
yeah.
But I think the top eight, from eight to four, I think it'll be very close. And I
Yeah.
think
See.
Spurs are just better than the rest.
Yeah. See. For me, I've gone for Villa, even though they've got
Yeah.
Champions League, and I know Emery can get distracted. I still think with Bailey, Watkins, McGinn, Onana, who I know he's maybe not as productive as David Luiz, but he's better. He's better at dueling, and do you know what I mean? Before that,
Mm,
but if people try and go over the top of Villa, he's going to stop that and then give that to the players that can cause people damage. So I actually think
yeah.
on like transition and the counter, they're probably going to be a lot more lethal than they already are. So
I
I
do.
think,
I do feel like. I mean, this could go for Spurs as well, but I do feel like people will suss them out this season because last
mm,
season it was like the ridiculously high line. And
yeah,
I think it was just what is this? Like, what is going on? And I think it caught a lot of people off guard.
mm,
I mean, I'll still put them fifth. I still think, like I say, it's going to be tight. I
yeah,
think they could get fourth, but I think,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I just
No,
think I think it'll be spot this season. I think Spurs
I
will get it.
agree. Yeah, I agree with what you say as well. I think Solanke, Son, and Kulusevski is a good front three. As much as
Mm.
rivalry aside, I think that's a good front three, personally. Okay, Tom, third, please, my friend.
Scousers.
Yeah, same as me.
I think it'll be very much the same as last season. I think it will be. I mean, I was never worried about them last season. Like I know that they were top and it was a three horse race, but there was just something about them. I was like, there's just something wrong with them. 'Cause I mean, they always like conceded a goal first. They were always
Yeah.
behind. It's never felt that threatened. But I do feel like it would be much of the same as last season, where it'll sort of be they'll comfortably finish third, but I don't think they'll be as close to second and first as they were last season.
Yeah, see, I look at it and I think the same as you in that defensively, I've still got massive reservations about. I think if they get Zubimendi over the line, that is a
Mm.
humongous signing. I think that would help him because Endo, as much as he runs around and kicks people and everything else like that, he's not as good as Scousers make him out to be. Which is half
Yeah,
their team. I know Arsenal fans can be guilty of it as well. But if there's a team that overhype players more than anybody,
mm.
it's Scousers, mate. Because everyone's
Yeah,
world class
definitely.
up there. Everyone's the greatest player
Yeah,
that's ever
yeah.
lived. Um,
I mean,
so
that would be decent if they can convince that Zubimendi to go to them, because
yeah.
I know we've tried a few times. He's basically
Mm,
like, no, I don't want to leave Spain. He just
mm,
doesn't want to. I think he's just
yeah.
waiting for Barcelona to
The
be able
thing
to afford him.
the thing with Liverpool is the minute they're linked with a player, within 3 to 4 days they get that player. It's not like Arsenal
Mm.
where we muck around and oh no, I don't want to pay that. Oh, I don't. If they go, this is who we want. This is our target. They go and buy him. That's the
Yeah,
difference.
yeah.
But again, I think as well though, I don't know enough about this slot as a manager still. I know they beat us in
No,
pre-season. From what I was told though, it weren't that like an overall domination. We just couldn't score again. As per.
yeah,
But I think they're clinically efficient, but I wouldn't necessarily say they're as strong as a side as who we've got in the top two. I think the other
yeah.
two. I
I
think
think,
the other two are better overall teams, but they might not
yeah,
have the fight. Liverpool's firepower can't be even with Nunes. I still think they've
yeah,
got
yeah.
enough. Diaz, Salah, Jota. I think they've got enough there that's going to score on goals.
Yeah,
I really
potentially
do.
will. I think what you said about Priest, I think the same thing. They beat United, didn't they? I think they beat,
Yeah.
was it like 3 or 4-0,
Mm.
something like that? And I think it was the same thing for that. I think looking at the stats, I think Liverpool had like 3 shots on target, and scored 3 goals, and it looked like United battered it. Obviously, I didn't watch the game,
Well,
but
no, of
judging by
course
the
not.
stats,
Yeah.
judging by the stats, it looked like United had they were a bit lucky.
Mm. Okay, second Tom.
Oh, City. That's City. City to come second, and that's with a 60-point deduction as well.
Yeah, I've done I've done the same again, second year in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It just can't happen, can it? 5 in a row. It just feels like it can't happen.
Mm,
Well, I mean, it definitely can 'cause it's City, but
yeah,
surely, surely just let
yeah.
us have a go.
I mean, we're going to get so many people now going too delusional, idiotic Arsenal fans as per, but I I just think it's time, and
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a really hard start for Arsenal, but I know we're using this time now to talk about City, but I think there's a lot of players there that I'm surprised they haven't got rid of them. I think he needs to clear out a few of them still.
Mhm.
I mean, De Bruyne is going to stay. Me personally, I'm shocked Grealish is still there
Yeah.
because I don't think Guardiola's back in that. I don't think but Guardiola backs Grealish that much anymore.
No.
Edison is linked. Will he go? Will he not go? And everything else. But I think Ortega's a better goalkeeper than him anyway. So if he does go and Ortega comes in, I think they've actually upgraded there. But yeah, yeah, I think
I think Ortega is a good goalkeeper.
mm,
Like maybe a better shot stopper, but in terms of the passing, I think Edison is ridiculous. I'm not sure. Ortega is still good with his feet, but I'm not sure he's got
yeah,
that like pings it
no,
80 yards to someone's feet.
yeah, yeah. And he definitely can't take the penalties. Like Edison's penalties are incredible. That one,
Yeah.
that one on the weekend was sensational. Um, but yeah, have you got anything else before we obviously move on to what we want to talk about? Is there anything else City wise that Have you got any concerns sit with City? Is there anything that you're making you think that they're not gonna? Because people reckon now
I
that
know.
I've seen other people say the wheels are going to cut. Some of them have got them at like fourth and everything else like that. I don't think they're going to collapse.
No, I mean they don't seem to. You can worry about their back four. Maybe
Mm,
is a bit of a worry. You know, Carl Walker again. He's older.
yeah.
Ake's
If
not really a proper
if
left
Walker
back.
if
They got
Walker plays like he
Guardiola.
played in the Euros, bloody hell, that'd be
Yeah.
fantastic. Teams will do him every week.
But the trouble is, the trouble, it doesn't matter though, does it? They have so much of the ball. I mean, we
Mm,
touched on it in the Arsenal video, but people can't be bothered to play against them. No one cares.
yeah.
But I think that's their biggest strength is that no one cares about them.
Mm.
There's no rivalry with anyone. You know, people just turn up and go, "Oh, I can't really be bothered to chase them around, and we're probably going to lose anyway, so we'll just let them win." Whereas everyone else has to actually try to get points. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping De Bruyne does go.
Yeah.
Really hope there's time for
I
De. I
can't
think if
see
De
it. I
Bruyne
can't see him
goes.
going.
I think if he goes, that's a big. Well, it's massive, isn't it? It's massive if he goes. I know he didn't play that much last season, but he's still got what, like
Yeah.
12 odd assists or something
Yeah, I mean
ridiculous.
they're so ridiculous that obviously they've sold Alvarez and managed to get like 80 odd million for him, which is
Yeah,
I didn't know Atletico Madrid had 8 million, let alone 80. Um,
yeah,
they're just going to do something. They're just going to go buy like Musiala this week or someone, aren't they? That's just what they do.
yeah. Well, they've obviously bought that Savinio,
Yeah.
but
Well, they
they need a backup striker, really, don't they? Because obviously
mm,
when Haaland was out, you go, oh, the backup striker is probably the second best striker in the league with Alvarez.
yeah.
Like it'd start for any other team in the league, but you don't
Mm,
start for City.
mm. Well,
Uh,
if Man City want to spend that 80 million on Nketiah, then I'd be they're more than
yeah,
welcome to.
it'd do well for them.
Yeah.
Well, anyone would. I'd do well for City. So
um,
I don't know. I can't.
yeah.
It's probably more in hope. I think we said last season that Arsenal should win the league based on
Yes.
what
Yeah.
we've done. City got worse. Yeah, City lost some players. They didn't really
Mm,
strengthen. So we were like, Arsenal have to win the league. Maybe we should have done, but
yeah. Yeah. But so obviously first again, 2 years in a row, we've gone for the Arsenal. um, genuinely, because people are going to say that we've done this with heart instead of head. Uh,
yeah,
again, at the moment, I'm looking at it thinking you've got to pull something out your ass bigger this window
yeah,
because I do. Maybe I'm a hopeless romantic or whatever you want to call me. I do believe that we are going to sign a forward player, and he's going to be someone special.
right.
I've seen these about Kingsley Coman on loan. Kingsley Coman for me on loan is not that don't that don't tickle my
No.
pickle, as people would say. I don't.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not running on a train to go to the armory to get the new Monsters Inc. shirt with Kingsley Coman written on the back of it.
No, no.
But I believe that we're going to pull someone out the bag, and
Yeah,
everyone's
but
going to go, "Oh,
who though? I mean, who is there? I don't think there's many decent strikers out there.
I know you're still. Oh, I'm not sure about. I think Goikarez, Tom. I think Goikarez would be such a good signing.
Well, hasn't that we went for him and it's basically like not happening?
I think they've said that obviously there's clauses and everything in there, but we
Yeah,
haven't even we haven't even bid. I think it's one of them where it's like, oh,
right.
Arsenal, or all this. Oh, Arsenal are interested. Yeah, I'm interested in Rhea Ripley, but it don't mean it's happening, does it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of things
yeah,
I'm interested in.
yeah. We could all, yeah, we could all,
Not made a bid though.
yeah. We could all express an interest. Doesn't mean that it's actually going to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. But
I, don't- I I know you mentioned him earlier in the video. Genuinely,
mm,
I think go get Ivan Tony. I
no, Tom.
think no.
He
The
doesn't.
thing is, we
He
don't.
doesn't suit the group, Tom. He's too much of
I
a.
know
He's
he's a
too
bit.
much of an
I know he's a
arse.
bit of a knob. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know he's a bit of a knob.
Arteta don't
But in
have knobs,
terms of
does he? He does not have knobs.
he's got a massive knob. In terms,
Yeah, but yeah, but
in
Arteta, as much as Arteta has a big knob, I don't think he's going to want a knob in the dressing room, Tom.
I
Arteta
yeah,
has massive bollocks. We all know
I
this.
don't think it. Yeah, I don't think it will happen. But
Yeah,
I think we don't need a striker. I don't think Arsenal need a striker who is going to score 30 goals a season. We need a striker who's just a bit stronger than Havertz. I think Havertz is the type of player that we need up. I think, and Tony can hold the ball up. I think if we so you think about the game against City away last season.
Yeah,
I think I don't think we played for the draw. I just think we weren't very good that day. I don't think we did play for the draw. But I think if you have Tony up front, Tony holds the ball up, he bullies them two centre backs, and he
yeah.
holds the ball up, and he gives Trossard and Martinelli and Saka and Odegaard time to get up the pitch and help him. And I think we potentially score. It doesn't have to be him scoring the goals.
Mm,
We just need someone to hold the ball up
yeah.
against the bigger teams like that. Because really, like, what? Because really, what
Chris,
more can we do?
Chris Wood. Might as well buy
Yeah,
Chris Wood. If you just want someone to hold the ball up and link play, you might as well buy Chris Wood.
yeah. I, I, yeah.
Is Chris
That's
Wood a
what I
knob?
feel with it. Uh, I mean, look, he's got a nice face. He looks
Yeah,
friendly, doesn't he, Chris Wood?
yeah, yeah, yeah. He
Uh,
does.
I mean, his surname is Wood, so he
Yeah,
could be
that's
a
true.
knob.
He could be. He could be. He could be. No,
Christopher Wood.
I mean, this
I
is
don't
it.
know.
Is that
I don't know what we need.
I'm really confused, Tom. In that, are we going to go for a wide forward player to give competition to
Yeah.
Martinelli and Saka, so we can rotate them, or are we actually going to sign a centre forward? That's what I'm thinking. Because for me, and again, I know you're saying who's there and everything else, but I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, if you can't find somebody that's better than Nelson or Nketiah, then
Mhm.
you're lying to me. You're lying.
Yeah, I think obviously Nico Williams. I don't think that will happen.
No, he
I'd
got
love
given
someone like
a.
that.
I don't know if you saw this morning. He got given a number 10 shirt at Bilbao. So they've given
Not
him a new.
well. That's
Yeah,
that
they're giving
rude.
him a new shirt and contract apparently. So yeah, that's finished. Yeah, chalk him off, mate.
Uh, I mean, we're not particularly linked with anyone really either.
No,
I just
no.
think I feel like we went for Sesko. It was basically if you listen to social media, Sesko was done. It was a done deal, and then he decided to stay at Leipzig, like Red Bull,
Yeah,
which
but that was
probably
the
was
thing,
the right
Tom.
decision for him.
That was
Yeah,
50. That was 55 million pounds. Yeah.
yeah,
So for me, I'm like, that's still got to be in the kitty, whatever you want to call it,
yeah,
because we sold Smith Rowe for 35 and bought Calafiori for 33. So
yeah.
clearly, there's this 55 million still, plus some of the other
I,
players that are going. I I don't know. I look at it and I go, Kudus has an 85 million buyout clause from West
yeah,
Ham. He would sort everything out.
yeah, yeah.
Isak at Newcastle has a 110 million pound clause.
Oh, I don't
He
think
he
I
would sort
don't.
everything out, wouldn't he?
Oh no, no, I don't think he would. I don't know. There's something about Isaac. I don't. I think he just looks too weak. There's just something about him I don't like. I don't think he's
He,
worth that money.
he's still got 20 plus. I think he got 25 goals last season, Tom. He
I mean,
scores
like
goals,
what?
Tom.
Could we get Watkins? Would they want 100 mil for Watkins?
Watkins is interesting in the point of view of where he's an Arsenal fan. I think
Yeah,
he would push for the transfer.
yeah.
That's the thing.
I
We'd have to pay Villa. Villa are not selling him for cheap.
no.
But yeah, I mean, Watkins is ideal because again, you can play him all across the front three.
Yeah, and he's got the he's like strong, isn't he? Strong, got the
Oh
hold
yeah,
up play. He's got a
yeah,
decent touch.
yeah.
He's a bit, he's quicker, obviously, than someone like Tony.
Mm,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what more we can do because the thing that worries me about this is like, I've never seen us do so well against the top six teams.
yeah.
I mean, did we lose against any of them? I don't think we obviously we took four
Well,
4 points from
um,
Liverpool, four from City.
Villa we lost twice, didn't we? If you count them as top six.
Yes, yeah. But if
Yeah.
you look at the traditional top
Oh
top
yeah.
six
No,
teams
no, no. We
that normally batter us.
didn't lose to any of them.
When like Sky will put the table up and it'll be
Yeah,
like
yeah.
City, they've got basically 100% points from the
Mhm.
top six teams. Then it'll be
Yeah,
us. It's like we've conceded 58 goals. We
yeah,
got a point against Spurs at home.
yeah. No, we
But now it's I don't see how can we really do that again?
mm, yeah, it's
Like,
tough, is
I
it?
don't know.
It's really, really tough. But yeah, so obviously Arsenal, we've backed them to win the league. So we'll see what
Uh,
happens here. Right, Tom, this is the other fun part that we always do. Again,
yeah,
probably absolutely stupid question.
yeah.
Golden Boot, Tom. Who's winning the Golden
Haaland.
Boot in the Premier League this year?
Yeah, it's gonna be Haaland again.
Yeah, I've picked Haaland. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, yeah. Crack on.
Okay, okay, Tom.
You're boring,
The Player of the Year in the Premier League this year, please. Who's it going to be and why?
right? Uh, for the second year in a row, I've gone for Martin Odegaard.
Yeah.
Basically for the same reasons as last time. If Arsenal are going to win the league, he's
Mhm.
going to be the captain. He's
Yeah.
going to be our best player.
Yeah.
He's going to get Player of the Year. Hopefully, he
Hmm.
deserves it.
Yeah.
But,
So,
based on my other two choices, you wouldn't think Arsenal were going to win the league. So
well, so for me, for Player of the Year,
yeah,
I've gone similar sort of theme. I've done Arsenal, but I
yeah,
think, like you, if we're going to win the league, this guy is going to have a massive, massive impact in it, and that is
yeah,
William Saliba. I think all the pundits
yeah,
uh, love William Saliba, so that I think that's going to tilt it as well. Because
yeah,
I know people go on about Odegaard, but the pundits love De Bruyne, don't they? So Odegaard doesn't really get as much, but they all agree that
yeah.
Saliba's the best centre back. Even Rio Ferdinand talks about how Saliba's the best. So
It's
I think,
strange that he wasn't even in the conversation for like young player of the season last year, either,
mm,
was he? He like
mm,
just wasn't mentioned at all.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
well, like yeah, like you say, everyone's like, going, oh, he's the best. He's like probably the best centre back, top three centre backs in the world.
mhm,
It's like, what? But he can't. He's not even up for young player of the season. It's not even up for grabs,
yeah, yeah,
which is strange.
yeah. No, I think Saliba's going to be the Player of the Year this year for me. Young Player of the Year, please, Tom.
I have gone. This might be recency bias because of the game at the weekend.
Hmm,
I've gone for Oscar Bob.
same as me.
I think,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
like what a player!
Mm,
Like that's what worries me about City. I just think like they haven't even got to buy anyone. It's like you just happen to have like the next best winger in the league just sat on the bench. Yeah, nice one. Thanks for that.
He is a silly player, mate. He's so good.
I think Foden will drop off, and I think surely he'll play.
Mm,
You can't not play him on the right side. He's too good.
mm.
He'll play. He'll get like 15 goals and 15 assists.
Well, looking at it at the
What a
moment,
player.
he's better than Grealish and he's better than Doku on current form. So he's got to
Yeah,
play him.
definitely.
He has to play him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. Um, okay, Tom. FA Cup, please. Who's winning the FA Cup this year?
Well, I've put Arsenal, so
Oh wow,
I've got,
double!
Yeah,
Blimey!
I've got us doing the double.
Wow.
Uh, more because I think we've got to win something. If we don't win the league, you've got to win the FA Cup. Surely you got to win. You got to win something. We can't keep going. We can't keep sitting here going. Oh well, at least we enjoyed watching the season.
Yeah.
So Arsenal,
Okay. I've picked Manchester City for the FA Cup.
yeah,
I think
they're not
they've
going to
got
win
to
the
win.
league. They'll win the
I think
FA
they've got
Cup.
to win something. Yeah, yeah. League Cup, please,
Yeah.
Tom.
Oh, that's so true, actually. City have got to win something. I'll put Newcastle to win the league. I've got City not winning a trophy,
Oh,
unless you count
do,
the Community Shield as a trophy.
do you want to change your mind?
No. No, I'm going to stick with my
Okay,
guns.
you're going to go in with the Geordies.
Yeah,
Okay, I've picked the Scousers again.
yeah,
I think with that front line, lots of teams rotate, and I think I think regardless of who they play up front, they'll probably smash most of the teams in the League Cup.
yeah.
Um, the Europa Conference League, please, Tom.
I've just gone for Chelsea. I mean, they've got 681 players.
Yeah,
They've got plenty of rotation for the conference.
yeah,
Uh, and basically, they're the only team I could think that are in the competition.
yeah. I've looked at it, and I was like trying to figure out who drops down from the Europa League if they don't qualify into it, and
Yeah,
Wikipedia did not help me. I've gone for Chelsea, like you. Uh,
yeah, yeah,
I'm looking at it and I'm like, who's the best of this bunch? Looks like it's
yeah, yeah,
Chelsea. So yeah, I've
yeah.
picked. Do I want Chelsea to win it? God, no. But I've picked them. I mean, if they win
Yeah.
that, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we're the only English team to have completed the set. We've won all three." And I just
Oh
can't be
yeah,
bothered.
grow up.
I
Like,
can't be bothered
that's
for
not
it.
that's not a thing. Once you weren't good enough to qualify for even the Europa League, you just happened to be against like the team who finished third in the Swedish league.
Yeah,
Like,
but that's
of course
but
you're
that's
going to
what
win
they're.
the Conference League.
Yeah,
If
but
you don't win it, you
that's
should
the
be
thing is
ashamed of
that
yourself.
yeah, that's the thing is that's what they're going to do though, aren't they? They're going to be like, we're the only team that's won the set.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
We've done the European treble.
yeah,
It's like, oh, well done. Like it's
yeah,
a made up competition.
yeah, yeah. Europa League, please, Tom. Who's winning that?
I have gone for Athletic Bilbao.
Oh my goodness, same as me.
Ah, no, I thought I had a
Yeah,
really good pick there.
so did I. I was like, he won't pick these. He won't pick these.
No,
Yeah,
I love Nico Williams so much. I've gone, I've heard of him now. I know who he plays for.
yeah,
They're going to win the Europa League.
yeah. I looked at it and was like, they won the Spanish Cup last season, and they were
Right.
they're
I didn't even know that.
yeah, they beat a lot of the big clubs along the way. So I'm
Yeah,
like, they're really good in knockout because they know they're not going to win the league, so they like go for the cups.
yeah,
And so I'm like, yeah, I really fancy them in the Europa because again, like you've said, to be fair, if we're looking at it on paper, Man United should be winning this at a canter, and if they don't, it's embarrassing. But
nah.
I think Atletico Bilbao. Yeah, I'm with you. I think Bilbao
Yeah.
are gonna. I think they're gonna do it, Tom. I
Oh,
really
look
do.
at that. Bilbao. Get in the
Yeah,
comments, Bilbao. We're
yeah,
up the Bilbao.
yeah, yeah.
That sounds wrong, actually.
Champions League, please, Tom.
I have gone for
Now remember,
Bayern
this is the new
Munchen.
this is the new
Oh.
format. This is it's the new silly Champions League. It's ridiculous now.
Ah, Bayern Munchen. I'll
Wow,
go for Bayern Munich.
you're going to back Vincent
Improved on their
Company.
team. Oh God, yeah. Didn't think of
Vincent
that.
Company. Vincent Company in his second ever job.
Oh no.
Oh no, third. Sorry, he was at Anderlecht or something, weren't he? First, yeah,
Yeah. Oh no,
yeah,
I've had a nightmare there.
yeah. So
Why did I pick Bayern? I think I picked them just because they'd signed Elise, and he's only going to play like 10 games for them because he's going to get injured.
I was shocked.
And they're going to sell Musiala to City.
I thought he's going to pick Leverkusen because of Xhaka. I was like, he's definitely. As
Ah,
I was thinking this afternoon. I was like, he's picking Leverkusen. I was like, he's going to go.
no.
Oh, Granit Xhaka, love him.
No, they're going to go the whole season without winning a game now.
Yeah, to be fair, after we spanked them at the other day, they don't look very good at
Oh
all.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, where this is like a new format now, and it's actually like a 19 game league, it's ridiculous. I was
yeah,
thinking, who are the most consistent teams at like actually winning leagues? And I'm going to back it, Tom. I'm going for Inter Milan. I
oh,
I think Inzaghi is one
holy
of the most.
moly,
I think Inzaghi is one of the most underrated managers.
yeah,
And I think he's got enough nous there to grind teams down. And where it's an actual league to begin with, I think he's going to get
yeah,
enough points to get them into the knockouts and everything to do it that way.
right.
Yeah, yeah. But no, I'm backing into Milan.
Oh, okay. So I don't really mind the new format for the Champions League. I think it's quite good how it's like you're guaranteed like a couple of games against the big boys.
Yeah,
Isn't that right? You play eight. It's basically you play eight group games now. You play two
yeah.
against like the top, pot one, two against pot two, and so on. So basically, you get some like really good games
It's going to
like
be
early on.
ridiculously confusing, but we'll figure it out as we
Yeah,
go.
I
I
I
mean,
think essentially the way it works is everyone qualifies for the next round, isn't it?
I,
Is
I,
it something ridiculous?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I mean, the
Uh,
whole thing is just that they're desperate for money. Let's play more games. We're going to have
yeah,
game. I'm just going to enjoy it until we have games that are against. Games that are on in America, in Australia, in Singapore,
mm,
in Saudi. Because I mean, as much as I know people get up around the world and everything else like that. The thought of me having to get up at 3 in the morning to watch games just it hurts me.
yeah,
It hurts me. I watched the pre-season game against Man United. Um, and the coverage that I watched was ESPN Plus, They had Casey Keller commentating. Now, Casey Keller, I respect
Right.
him as a former professional and a goalkeeper. He's done more in his
Yeah.
he's done more in his life than I probably will in a million times. But Jesus Christ, Tom, oh my God! If sleeping tablets had a voice, it'd be Casey Keller.
Oh,
Honestly,
oh.
honestly,
Was he the Leicester? Is he Leicester
yeah,
goalkeeper? The old
yeah.
Leicester goal.
Leicester,
I could
Spurs,
picture him in the Walkers,
yeah,
the green
yeah,
Walkers goalie top.
yeah. But honestly, mate, oh my God, I was like, please stop talking. You
Yeah,
know,
that is a
he,
shame.
yeah. It was one of them where I was like, if they swapped him with Michael Owen, I'd have rather have listened to Michael Owen. And
Yeah, yeah,
Michael Owen's voice is awful.
yeah.
It
Oh
really
God,
is.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just get it back on ITV.
yeah.
Get it back to the good old. That's when it went down here. When it went to whatever they're called now, whatever
Well,
that channel's called.
TNT. I mean, Sky were all right for Champions League. I never mind. When Sky had it,
Yeah.
but yeah, the pundits that they use now are just the level is dipping big time.
Oh, just get out. You don't need they're going to ruin the FA Cup. Is it this season they're ruining the FA Cup? They've got the FA Cup this season, so it's you got to pay to watch
Oh
the FA
God,
Cup. So
no.
no one's gonna care about the FA Cup.
Blimey.
I'm not gonna watch that. I've not got TNT Sports on my telly.
No,
I'm not gonna watch the FA Cup. I'm not gonna watch the
no.
FA Cup. I'm not gonna watch it on my iPad. I can't be bothered. That's
Yeah,
the thing of the FA Cup. It used to be on BBC and ITV and all that.
yeah,
You'd sit there. It'd be 2 o'clock on a Sunday. You go, what's on the telly? It'd be like, oh, it's Hereford versus Barnsley. Yeah, I'll give that a go. I'll watch that.
yeah,
I'll watch the
yeah,
second half of this.
yeah.
No, I'm not putting Hereford versus Barnsley on TNT Sports. I'm not paying an extra £800 to watch that.
Oh yeah, if you're putting Hereford versus Barnsley behind a paywall, yeah, criminal. That is. Yeah,
Surely the teams are losing out on money.
yeah.
I don't know how
If
it
if
works,
anyone
but
from Hereford or Barnsley are listening, no disrespect to your two clubs. Just I don't,
no,
you
it's
know,
just, yeah,
I
yeah,
just
just
don't feel
prefer.
you should. I don't feel you should be behind that paywall. That's what I'm saying.
No, yeah, you should be on free telly. If
Yeah,
you're on free telly, I'll watch it. I'll put you on.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know anything about these. Oh, Barnsley, they used to be in the Prem. Let's watch them.
yeah.
And it would be like, it could be like the best game in the FA Cup that year. Oh,
Mm,
Hereford, they've scored a last minute winner against Barnsley. What a game. It was on ITV.
yeah.
But no, they've had to
No,
ruin it.
exactly. All right. Well, before we go, I'll just chuck these two up here just to get people in. So, Fantasy Premier League is back. There it is on the screen. For the audio listeners, the code is 083SQN. So that is 083SQN. And then finally, the Super Six again. We're doing that for a second year running, and I will actually remember to play it this time. I know last season I played
Yeah.
it for a few weeks and then I couldn't be bothered anymore. So the code for that again for the audio listeners that can't see it on the screen is 7UWRZP. Tom, is there
Lovely
anything else you
stuff.
want to add before we leave?
Let's just bring on the season. Let's enjoy it. Uh, what I'm going to pay less attention to Twitter this season because it's just a lot of people trolling, isn't it? It's just a lot of CFC tubs on
Yeah,
there going, he's they're all stat merchants, aren't they? It's, oh wow, well, uh, my mate Jim, he played 70 minutes for Chelsea and he scored 1 goal. He's got more goals than Declan Rice and he cost £100 million. It's all that sort of stuff.
yeah.
It's all trolls.
That's the thing
Just
is
grow up, give it a rest.
you've got to be a part of it, but then you hate being a part of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's just that a lot of them just make fools of it because they'll say something and then the opposite. I mean, that Trey, that United Trey
Oh,
bloke,
yeah.
whatever he says, I find it quite funny. He's not the worst troll because
No.
whatever he says, the opposite happens.
Yeah.
Like he's
I,
the biggest jig. Did he go? He went to the
I
Leverkusen
was just about
Europa
to
League
say to
final,
you,
didn't he?
I couldn't stop laughing. He went all the way to bloody Dublin in his Leverkusen kit. Was like, oh, we're gonna do it. Oh, Leverkusen.
And the only game they
Yeah.
lost.
And all their fans were like, go away. We don't want you. You're a jinx.
Yeah.
Get out. Like, Yeah.
I mean, it's unreal. And even
Yeah.
like I say, I like Goldbridge, and
Mm.
he gets a lot of hate. I don't understand why he gets a lot of hate, but
Yeah.
even like in the Community Shield, the clip of him going, "Oh, Goldacho, he's won it in the last minute."
Yeah.
Conceded 3 minutes. Just stop it.
Yeah.
Like all the people. I don't think he's a troll, but there's trolls like that. They go,
Mm.
he's the best player in the world. We've signed him. He's great. My manager's
Yeah.
my manager." And I had
Yeah.
like the profile pic of him,
Yeah.
and then it's like they go and slag everyone else. So they're getting people's comments and throw shade at them and
Mm.
abuse. It's like you've just made yourself look a fool. So
Yeah.
just give it a rest, guy.
Yeah.
Just
I
grow
had,
up.
funny enough, I had someone come at me. Dagenham played Wealdstone at the weekend, right?
Right.
And
And
it
what's
wasn't.
that? That was on
It was.
IT, man.
It wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't the Wealdstone Raider. It wasn't. You got no
Yeah.
friend. It weren't him who come for me. But yeah, this guy. They're one of their players, right? Dagenham got a guy called Junior Marias who used to be brilliant for Dagenham back in the day. He went to
Right.
Notts County. He went to Notts County, and then they got promoted. They haven't played him since they got into like EFL. So he's come back to Dagenham on loan.
Yeah.
This guy at the weekend kicked him in the chest, mate. Like full pelt, like that level, kicked it, booted him in the chest. It's most obvious penalty you'll see, and it didn't get given.
Right.
So then after the game, we won 2-1. After the game, I put, oh, great performance. But there's a player for Dagenham at the moment, mate, called Dion Pereira. He's on loan from Luton Town. He's fantastic.
Right.
He's not going to be at Dagenham for long. He's fantastic. Whilst he's here, I'm going to enjoy watching him. He's superb. He's
Yeah.
too good. He's too good to be playing in the conference or National League, whatever you want to call it. He's too good.
Yeah.
He's superb. So I'm going to enjoy him while I can. But yeah, and I was saying about how good he was because he got a goal and an assist. And this guy was just like, "Word a penalty at all? What are you talking about? He won the ball." I'm like, "Yeah, he might have got the ball, but you also kicked him in the chest to get it."
Yeah.
He boots him in the chest, you moron. Like, what are you talking about? Uh,
Well, I think it's all
yeah,
the whole what they were doing last season. I was like, Saka will have a bad game and limp off. It's like
yeah,
he get booted around the pitch, but it'll be
yeah,
like he'll get a goal and assist. It'll be like, oh, there he is limping off because he had a bad game. So
mm,
he's got a goal and assist.
yeah,
More goals than your bloody team this year.
yeah, yeah,
I just think
exactly.
people like it's not a nice place, is it? Social
No,
media.
no, no. But you got to be on it, Tom. Otherwise, people don't find out about
Yeah,
these. People don't
yeah.
find out
If
about
you're
these
not on
great
it,
shows.
yeah, yeah.
But
Uh,
no. Well, in summary, yeah, enjoy the season, whoever you support. Hopefully, you don't have as good a season as Arsenal does.
yeah. None
And
of you.
yeah, yeah, just enjoy yourselves and be nice. You
Yeah,
know,
be
it's
a
too
good
hot out
person.
there. It's too hot
Yeah,
outside. It's too
Is
hot to be a
it?
knob. Look, uh,
Yeah, yeah, it,
like I'm struggling in the heat. I don't need to struggle. With you lot
yeah,
having a go at me. Don't need it.
yeah. Look. It's hot. It's too hot. At least 4 times a year. It's
Yeah,
too hot 4 times a year to be acting like the way you do. I'm
yeah,
sat here. I've got this fan blowing warm air into my face.
exactly.
Oh, I'm
I've
fed
had
up with it.
two Capri Suns today, and that has not helped. I know other drinks are available, but
Yeah,
I've had two zippy Capri Suns because one's not enough.
no.
By the time I've
But
squeezed half of it, it's gone.
yeah. Do you know what? Actually, this we're not, obviously not sponsored, but would
Yeah,
love to be sponsored by these people.
yeah.
The big Stanley Cups, the big ones. They're like massive,
Okay.
like the flasks. They got
Yeah,
the shot. Like girls really normally have them.
yeah,
Girls will be walking around.
yeah, yeah.
They keep
Nothing. There's
drinks.
nothing wrong with men having them.
No, no, I've got one.
Yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah,
got
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
keep your drink on a genuinely ice cold. I
Wow.
put it in the fridge overnight. It will start. I can leave it in my van all day. It'll be like 60 odd degrees in my van,
Yeah.
and it will honestly the outsides you can't touch it. It's hot,
Mhm.
but you take a sip through the straw, Minecraft,
Yeah.
and you can fit the straw's warm. Yeah, it's disgusting, and it is cold. It is cold.
So,
Invest in one.
for everyone that's going to ask, what's in your Stanley Cup, mate? What's in your
Just
what you putting
water.
it? Oh,
Just put
oh, no,
water in it. You can put
fair
whatever you
enough.
want.
I thought
Hot
you were
drink
an
in the
adventure.
winter keeps them warm.
I thought you were being adventurous. I thought maybe he's got a bit of Robinsons in there, or other drinks are available. But yeah,
No, I can't. I can't. I wouldn't be able to judge it. I wouldn't be able to judge how much to put in there.
fair enough. Yeah, no,
It'll either be too weak or too strong. I can't have that.
yeah,
I did put like a wedge of lemon in there.
Oh,
So I heard it helps to burn fat, but I think that's an old wives' tale.
yeah,
So stop doing that. So it's
yeah.
just
Well, yeah.
pure water.
The only fat that's burning at the moment is my face. So, yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
hot. It's so hot in this room, mate.
Oh, yeah. Let's wrap it up, mate.
Yeah.
let's go
Anyway,
sit. Let's go sit somewhere else and sweat.
yes. Thank you very much, everybody. Take care and leave a like and subscribe if you don't already. And if you're leaving on audio, leave us a review, good or bad. I need them because we've only just started putting it on audio. So help me out.
Yeah,
Thanks, Tom,
do
for
it.
your time.
Do it. No
And
worries.
yeah, goodbye, everybody.